Hello, House and Home. My name is Luca Campacci from Level Studio, and we are here in the heart of Toronto's Roncesvalles, where we're showcasing our Roncesvalles Loft project. This building used to be a candy factory that was built in 1903, and it was converted a century later to be residences. When the client first purchased this loft, it was a beautiful space. It had a lot of architectural charm. So it had a lot of the original arched windows. It had the exposed brick on one of the walls, but there was a lot of things to be desired. One of the biggest things was this drop ceiling that was in the kitchen and dining space that really made the space feel a lot more sterile. It had a stainless steel countertop island that felt like an autopsy table. It also had an existing millwork setup that was very, very tall, and a lot of it wasn't even functional or practical. So one of the key things was, how can we really reinvigorate the space and make it a lot more functional? When we got to know our clients, they have a wonderful collection of trinkets and treasures that they've collected over their 20+ years together from around the world. And for us, we really wanted to create a beautiful way to highlight all these pieces. But we also wanted to balance it with the architectural characteristics of the loft. So that was the biggest challenge. How can we highlight all the pieces that they have? And also, how do we highlight the character of the loft without everything clashing? We wanted to have a combination of both open and closed storage. So this is where, our clients can put some shoes. They can also put hats, mittens, scarves, anything that could be a little bit more cumbersome that you don't want to see out in the open. And then the trinkets and the treasures that we really wanted to highlight, those are seen very predominantly with the illuminated shelving, as well as some of the different type of mirrored glass as well for some of the uppers. We curated a lot of our clients' bigger pieces just to create a beautiful gallery wall moment. And then when we designed the millwork piece, we wanted to stop it at the height of the second floor just so that it capped it off quite nicely, but it was still within arm's reach. Some of the interesting fun pieces here, we've got Dolly Parton from Air, of course, our clients from Tennessee, and then we've got the collection of Princess Diana pieces that her husband hates, but we all love them. Here we've got Stevie Nicks in the flesh with her candle, and a couple Russian nesting dolls, which are really, really fun. We've got our Liberace plate over here that she got on a cross-country trip around the USA. And then we've got the Mount Rushmore bottle that she got in Vegas. So every single piece tells a cute little story told hilariously by them. We wanted to make sure that we worked with the narrow layout that the living room had. And because that was a high traffic route, the furniture grouping had to allow for an ease for people to walk back and forth and to have a lot of maneuverability in that area. Some of the preliminary inspiration photos that our clients showed us was actually from the director Wes Anderson and from his films. Our clients wanted us to emulate a lot of the symmetry and the color and the form that are seen in a lot of his movies. So that helped us really choose some of the pastel colors that we've seen, while also being inspired by the brick wall in the architectural details of the space. So for example, we have the aqua blue armchair that's sitting on a puddle-shaped rug that acts as like a little furniture island, which is quite nice. We also have the honey-colored sofa in more of a mid-century modern style. So a lot of the furniture pieces are from the mid-century modern era because we like the warmness that it brought to the loft as well.
Thanks for watching. This house tour is brought to you by Tanqueray. Classic or nothing.
Hi, Steph and Emily.
Hi, House and Home.
Hi, House and Home.
What says classic design to you?
Classic design to me is a room that is collected over time.
Yeah, I love that. I'd say it's timeless, but it also feels fresh.
Yeah.
Just doesn't date itself.
What is one design detail that always feels timeless?
I know what you're gonna say.
Trim work, 100%. Yeah.
100%. And I would say herringbone floors.
Who is your classic design icon, past or present?
I am gonna deviate from interior design and go with Coco Chanel. What else is there to say?
Yeah, and I'm gonna say I'm not picking.
Okay.
We like all sorts of disciplines.
What's your favorite era to pull classic inspiration from?
I struggle to pick one because I honestly think that a room that mixes eras is a perfectly classic room.
Same. I think you can pull classic inspiration from any design era. I suppose I could lean a little mid-century because of the refinement.
Name a classic paint color.
Well, we have a little joke over at Griffin
Yes,
Houghton.
we do.
It's called Farrow Ball
Pigeon.
What is your go-to classic piece to add to a space?
Something vintage.
Yeah, a
Something vintage.
time-worn rug.
Yeah, and for me, it's anything vintage that's like imperfect.
Yeah.
Just adds history.
Soul,
Yeah,
too.
so
White walls or bold wallpaper?
Wallpaper.
wallpaper. We're not sure about the bold,
Yeah,
right?
but it's wallpaper.
Tulip table or Parsons table?
I know what you're gonna say.
Yes, you
Tulip,
do.
and I'm
100%.
saying Parsons.
I knew you would.
Leather club chair or velvet chaise?
Leather club chair, but worn,
Yeah,
right?
it has
Like
to be
lots
old.
of distressing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Eames lounge chair or Saarinen womb chair?
The womb.
The womb.
So cozy.
Yeah, I love it.
The womb chair.
Breakfast nook or formal dining?
Both. I'm not choosing.
I'm with you on the both. You've sold me.
Scandinavian minimalism or Italian maximalism?
Somewhere in between.
Yeah,
I don't
the
think I
mix.
could do either extreme, so I think it's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic gin martini or a gin and tonic?
G&T.
G&T all the way.
G&T. Yeah.
The kitchen and dining area was completely redesigned and reconfigured by us. So originally it had a drop drywall ceiling with very sterile pot lights, and it really felt uninviting. It made you feel uncomfortable. So one thing that we pitched to do was to open up the ceiling and expose the open web steel joists. And this really added a lot of height, created a lot of airiness to the space. And then we sprayed it all the same color as the uppers in the kitchen for continuity, but we also wanted to make it disappear as much as possible. And it really helped to achieve a much lighter and higher vibe in this space. Here we have this beautiful mint backsplash from Centura Tile, and we really like that pastel color to it because it really played into a lot of the inspiration photos that our clients were showing us with the color palette that they wanted to achieve. And then here we have the Vico stone quartz that has this beautiful subtle veining, but it also has a touch of this caramel color that we brought in through the cabinetry, as well as the two beautiful pendants that are over the island. As far as a lot of the existing architectural details in the loft, one of the biggest things is the brick wall that we did not touch at all. And we thought that it really helped tell the story and the history of this building that was built in 1903. Some of the other things that are wonderful are the existing arched windows. And that's where it helped for us to decide what types of furniture pieces to use. So for example, we have the wine cabinet that has this beautiful arch shape to it, or even the dining chairs that also have that same arch shape to it. Just mimicking the shape of the windows, that repetition of form, it really just helps unify the entire space. It's funny because every single trinket that you see tells a hilarious story told by them. So for example, their anniversary is on the Day of the Dead, so that's where we wanted to showcase the figurine of the Day of the Dead on the sideboard in the dining room. They have salad tongs of alligators that they picked up in Florida, or salt and pepper shakers that they picked up on the East Coast. Everything in here, the more you kind of sit back and just stop and stare, the more you discover. It's kind of like one of those I Spy books from the early 90s. As far as the furniture choices, a lot of the pieces have walnut in it, and we thought that that was a good wood of choice to use to really balance the aesthetic of the loft, the ruggedness. The light fixture that's over the dining table, our client loves anything celestial. So we really gravitated towards this one because it has a planetary vibe to it. So it really just completes the space. The loft was designed to essentially be a time capsule of our clients, and we wanted to really capture their entire journey together in life over their 20+ years of marriage. We created a backdrop to really highlight everything that they've owned and tell that story. You just sit back and stop and stare, and the more you look around, the more you discover.